What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be doing a step-by-step guide on how to edit monetizable ranking videos. This video is going to be super valuable for any of you guys looking to get into the ranking niche, or any of you that are already posting in the ranking niche, because I'm going to be giving you guys all types of tips and tricks on how to make these videos monetizable, because unfortunately the days of pulling together 5 clips and just putting text on the screen is no longer monetizable. YouTube will flag you for reused content. Make sure to watch the entire video because I'm dropping nothing but gems and value. And if you learn anything from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you guys left a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Alright y'all, we are now on CapCut, and as you can see, we have the clips already lined up. I went ahead and got them from TikTok and Instagram, but if you guys want a more detailed video explaining how to source these clips, be sure to leave a comment down below, and if there's enough interest, I'll definitely work on that as well. Back to CapCut. What you guys are seeing right now is the default layout for CapCut. Now, this is not the best for vertical videos or short form videos. So what you need to do is, you actually can't see it on the screen, but above this video there is a drop down and you guys can go to vertical, and this is precisely for editing shorts. So click on vertical, and now as you can see, this layout is much easier to operate with. I also like to drag this a bit over as well. Alright, so let's get straight into it. The first step after adding your clips to the timeline is to add all the text layers, which will show the ranking numbers as well as a text caption for every video. To add a text layer, you simply go to text and press the plus button right there. That is the basic ranking video, but that is no longer monetizable. You will get flagged for reuse content, and to make these videos monetizable, we are going to have to add voiceovers, visual effects, transitions, audio effects at a minimum. Back to the text boxes, let's start with the numbers starting from 5. So we simply just type 5. I like to do a little bracket, and then I'll just drag this towards the bottom. I'm OCD, so I have to get perfect numbers. We can start at x minus 700, y minus 1300. Wow, I dragged it on the dot. Perfect. And then you're going to want to copy and paste this 4 more times. So we're going to move each one up by about 300. So it's going to be 1000. So it's going to be 700. We can make the font a bit smaller and change the font to something a little bit more nice, like so, and change the color, of course, just so we are able to see it. We can actually use a preset style down here, like so. That looks pretty good. Or we can use yellow, which pops even more. Now that we got the numbers in, we can add the text boxes for the captions. Just copy these 5, paste them again, and I'll throw them on top. This way, the y-axis will already be aligned with the number. We just have to change up the x-axis when we put in the text. I like to add a voiceover at the beginning of every clip, but for the first clip of the video, it can also be a hook, a question, or just a simple introduction that we are ranking the top 5 slip fails in this case. There are many ways to add voiceovers. For the sake of the video, we are going to be using CapCut's text-to-speech tool. So we simply add another text box. First, we'll type out what we wanted to say and then head to text-to-speech and select any voice. So I'm just gonna go super simple and generic for this tutorial, but when you guys are making your own video, be sure to be more creative, and especially for the first voiceover, make sure you do something a little crazy, maybe just to be able to hook the audience. The first voiceover is super important, but for us, we're just gonna go simple. Like I said, we're gonna go ranking the most outrageous slip fails. Okay, super simple. And as you guys can see, the text is on the screen. All you have to do is click this eyeball to hide the track, and it's gone.
Ranking the most outrageous slip fails.
Okay, so we are going to be using this voice for our video. When you're picking a voice, make sure that it sounds engaging, not monotone. Make sure the voice is excited, okay?
Ranking the most outrageous slip fails.
As you can see, the voiceover works really well with the video. Maybe it's just a bit quiet. We can bump up the volume a little bit. And it seems like I forgot to add the header where it says ranking top 5 slip fails. So let's add that right now. So we're going to need another text box. And I like to put this one on the very bottom. I'm just going to write ranking the most outrageous slip fails. And let's also put the same font and the same preset. We can make the title a bit bigger and put it all the way at the top. At the beginning, you can have the text fly in or bounce in, whatever it may be. Just click on the text box, go to animation. You can pick whichever one you like. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. We're just gonna go with pop-up, and we're gonna bring in a sound effect. So to add the sound effect, obviously you can download one and import it, or you can go to CapCut and just go to audio, scroll down to sound effects. We're just gonna go with this simple whoosh sound effect. Drag it at the beginning. That should look good.
Ranking the most outrageous.
Maybe increase the volume a bit on the whoosh.
Ranking the most outrageous slip fails.
That's looking pretty good, guys. So now what we need to do is add the text for this video, the caption. So for the text, try to write something funny, or maybe ask a question or something controversial that people will be enticed to leave a comment. I'm just gonna go super generic again and just say locked up. And for the text color, I'm gonna change it to white because don't want everything to be yellow. And then now you have to move it over a bit, so you have to change the x-axis. So let's move it over. Another really important thing I wanted to mention about clip selection. This first clip is really good because the quality is good and it fits the entire aspect ratio. If we look at the next clip, the quality goes down and the aspect ratio is smaller. It doesn't fit the entire screen, so there's these black bars on the top and bottom. Obviously, if the clip is really funny, it might be worth putting in, but if there is better quality clips available, definitely go for those. Another tip is to always put your best video at the beginning so you can engage the viewers better. And another thing, if you want to get rid of the black bars, just click your clip, scroll all the way down to canvas, and then here click blur and select one of these, whichever one you like. And that kind of gets rid of the black bars with this blurry background. Really depends what you like. I think this looks much better. Of course, you can also zoom in the video so it takes up the entire screen. It's really up to you and what you think looks good for your clip. Okay, I don't know why, but I saw this triangle and it reminded me of the Illuminati sign. So I'm gonna add the Illuminati triangle and the audio. I downloaded both of them, as you can see right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of this picture right here, and I'm gonna slap it on the timeline, put the sign over it, and overlay with the audio as well. To take a screenshot on CapCut, obviously I don't want this text on there, so I'm just gonna get rid of all the text by hiding them for now. And then you go to these 4 lines up here and go export still frames. Make sure that import project is enabled. That way this picture will show up in your media library, and then you click export. The picture is here now. We're gonna add it to the timeline, and I'm gonna unhide all of these. Now I want to zoom in this triangle into the middle of the screen, so I'm gonna add a keyframe on the scale and the position. Now we're gonna move it down a bit and add more keyframes, maybe to 200, maybe a little bit bigger. 225 right there. Add the Illuminati. We're also gonna do keyframes on this Illuminati, adjust it a bit, and let's do some keyframes on here for the opacity. Opacity is under blend, so we're gonna do 100 when we zoom all the way out right here, or zoom all the way in I should say, and then we'll start the Illuminati with 0 opacity at the beginning. That's not the right selection. Like so. Let's add the audio. Probably want it lined up like this. And let's do a bit of a fade in. Cut it off the back. Cut this off the back. Okay, let's take a look. Alright guys, that is fire, but it might be a bit too long. Let's cut that off right here. Alright, let's watch it from the top. Hide this.
Ranking the most outrageous slip fails.
Oh my god. Alright y'all, oh my god. I was not expecting to cook this hard with this video, I can't even lie. And obviously, there is no exact formula on how to create these ranking style videos. This is just an example. You guys have to add at least a voiceover, at least some visual effects, audio effects like so, sounds, whatever it may be, guys, you have to make it original. So I'm just gonna do the rest of the clips as well and probably do a time lapse. And if there's anything important I mention in between now and the end, I'll definitely slow it down. And before we get into the time lapse, I wanted to mention one more important thing: the length of the video. I would definitely recommend anything between 40 to 60 seconds, and the sweet spot being 50 seconds. Obviously the length of clips will vary, so 40 to 60 seconds is what I would recommend. But anyways, I'm gonna cook up the rest of this video. The quality of it might go down, I'm not even gonna lie. This video is taking longer than I expected, so I might just half-ass it, but you guys will find out really soon. Alright y'all, so now I am on my last clip. I'm gonna leave it off with 4. I'm not gonna do the last one because, to be honest, I'm getting a bit lazy. But I just wanted to show you guys another feature that I'm going to add. So I want to add a shake on this beat drop here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this video right here. I already added the music in the background and I made it a compound clip, and I also added a voiceover at the end of this clip instead of at the beginning, and I wanted to shake on this beat drop, so I'm just gonna add a shake.
How she laughed at.
That's not bad, honestly. What if we slow it down a bit, maybe change the range down to, maybe put the range and speed down a bit. Let's see.
How she laughed at.
That's pretty good. Can't even lie. One last thing that I forgot to mention, but it's pretty obvious. You want the caption for each number to come up at the same time that the video pops up. For the first video, number 5, you want locked up to come up at the same time. And for number 4, we're gonna cut this all the way there. And 3. Alright y'all, I'm about to show you guys the finished product, and I can't lie, it turned out way better than I expected. I thought I was just gonna come on here and do something real quick, and it turned out pretty good. I might have to post this, I can't lie. So I'll run it through for you guys one time, and then I'll explain exactly what I did for each clip.
Ranking the most outrageous slip. What was she expecting?
Pretty girls walk like this.
How she laughed at.
Let me give you guys a quick walkthrough of everything. Obviously, we went through the first clip together. We had the voiceover. We had the intro with the sound effect and the text flying on the screen. And then we ended it with a screenshot that zoomed in, and we added another image on top, as well as the music in the background. For the next video, I just did a simple voiceover.
What was she expecting?
What was she expecting? And for the caption on the screen, I asked a question that will provoke commenting, which will help your engagement for sure. And for the next clip, I got lazy, so I just added a sound effect. Obviously, there's a lot of other things we could have added as well to make this clip even more engaging, but I got lazy, guys. And for the last clip, obviously, I added the music in the background, as well as the shake effect and a voiceover at the end.
Walk like this.
How she laughed at.
That looks pretty good to me. As you can see, now if you want to get monetized with ranking style videos, it takes a lot more work than before, but I promise you guys, it is worth it once you start getting monetized. These videos are still really easy to put together. It just takes some time and effort. Put some creativity into it, try out some different things, and let me know how it goes. One last thing I wanted to show you guys before I leave is another way you can monetize these ranking style videos. Okay, here is a channel by the name of Glory Ranks, or Ranking Gary. What Gary does is, instead of doing all those crazy edits, he puts himself in the bottom left reacting to each ranking compilation, and we know that he is monetized because we are able to join his paid membership. But let me show you guys a video real quick so you guys can get an idea of what else you can do to get monetized doing ranking style videos. Obviously this one is not faceless, but you can cover your face, wear a mask, or even maybe put an AI character in the bottom left instead, just to give you guys an idea of another way you guys can make monetizable ranking videos. Here is Ranking Gary's video.
Let's see how many children will I have. Let's see. Now I have to. Let's see. Let me cry. 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 Two football teams. Let me cry. Let me cry.
Me? I have children? I don't think so.
I have how many?
Alright, so as you guys can see, he doesn't even say anything. He's just in the bottom left pointing at the video. Honestly, this is a genius way to get monetized. In my opinion, the ranking niche is always going to be the king of all niches for YouTube Shorts, that is. And if you're looking to get into faceless YouTube automation, I'd say the ranking niche is the best to start with because of the ease of video production. But guys, I hope you learned a lot from this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, join our Discord. It is all 100% free and there is nothing but value and resources to help you guys achieve greatness on social media. But that is all for today, and until next time, peace.